So after jumping ship from Cheshunt to Bromley, we have ended the first season. Now obviously we only had a few games left of the season, but we managed to take Bromley from 10th to 7th place finish, qualifying for the playoffs in the National League. Now we did end up getting beaten in the semi-finals by Notts County 4-1, but I think we can definitely take a lot of positives from our time in charge, which does result in quite a lot of victories near the end of the season. So I'm really pleased with that. Obviously, we're fairly new to the club. Looking through the squad, we definitely have quite a few weaknesses. I feel like we're lacking a lot of depth in central defence. If we go on to the position side of things, you can see we do have a few defenders, but we don't have too many top quality first choice defenders, I would say. Central midfield wise, I feel like we're quite strong. We do have a few good central midfielders. On the wings, we have some decent players, but some players of age with the likes of Corey Whiteley, etc. getting on. But coming in so late in the season means that the biggest change for us is going to be over the summer. Now, one of the biggest things I want to change is the fact that wage-wise, we spend a lot of money on players at the minute. And if we look here, you can see we're spending quite a lot of money on some players who were not in and around the first team. £1,000 there, £575 there, etc. It's a lot of money to be spending. Another thing I have noticed is our under-21s are not playing in a league, yet we have a full squad. But most of these are running out of contracts, so we will be letting all of these go because financially we really do need to pull this club into our control. We need to get this under control. Financially, we are 700k in the red. The club is losing money. 188k lost this season after only 11k last season. Something dramatic has happened, and it's something we do need to fix. If we go on to the staff side of things as well, you can see we do have a lot of staff who are not so much needed, I would say. So we have a technical director. We don't need a technical director. Do we need an under-21 head coach? I don't think so, to be honest with you, because again, they don't have any fixtures, so what's the point of having them? Performance analysis, is it necessary at this level? I don't think so. Our scouts, etc., we'll look to cut down. Recruitment analysis, do we need to pay £350 a week for him? Probably not. Loan manager, £525 a week for the loan manager. He's gone. All of them run out of contract at the end of this season, which means we have the ability to really change this club as a whole. So currently we're spending 23.7k a week on wages. I want to get that down massively. I want to get the staff wages down. I want to just work very hard to fix this. Now, one thing I want to look at is if we go to the expenses for this season, we spend 933k on players' wages, 400k on staff wages. So I'll be very interested to look at the next episode and see if this is going to be a big change. So I'm hoping when we look at the end of next season, will the 400k a season on staff wages be down, hopefully, if not in half, close to it. But we're going to jump forward. We're going to look at the start of the next season and see what changes I've made over the summer as we look to rebuild this whole club and see what we can fix. Now, before we do jump forward, I do want to mention I did bring in two players, McNabb and Bailey from Cheshunt, both coming on non-contracts, both as just very much backup players, but I just wanted to mention that now. Okay, so we've jumped forward. We are just about to start our second season as Bromley manager. Now, if we go into the staff screen straight away, you can see a massive change. Now, I am in the process of fixing our under-18 manager, etc. But apart from that, let's just mention the fact that I've cut us down dramatically. We don't have any scouts, but we managed to do all of our scouting. We don't have any under-21 manager, etc. We don't have no loan managers, no head of performance. We've cut it down massively. And that is going to be a huge help financially for the club. If we go on to the development side, our under-21 squad, again, is very different. Very looking different, I was going to say. That's some very poor English. Our under-18s as well, again, massively cut down because we're not at the stage of trying to focus on developing players through the under-18s. Anybody who was of a high quality I've put straight into our first team, giving them a chance to see how they can develop. Phil Salkeld is one of them. He came through the academy, through the youth intake last season, not long after I got the job, and he is going to be in around our squad going into this next season. But if we're going to the financial side of things, then we are now only spending 16.6k a week on players' wages, and I think that change is massive. Last season we ended up losing 212k. At the minute we are nearly $500,000 in profit this season. Big difference. Now we've got rid of our scouting team. We've done a lot of it ourselves from agent requests, etc. And we're doing well. We've made 72k, shipping out some people who wanted to leave. Sessi, our right back, Snellgrove, one of our wingers, wanted to leave. Lang, who got offered 30k from AFC Wimbledon, he wasn't the best player, so I'm delighted to let him go. And we've just added a lot of depth. Lomas and Vassal, both defenders, a backup goalkeeper in Kremlin, Cade, Jeffries and Schroll, all backups coming in from Chesham, players who I've worked with before. Sam Bell coming in from Bristol City as a backup attacker. Brodie Pedersen on loan from Hartlepool as a new left back. Jasper Moon as a new defender. Clay as a backup centre mid, and Rohan Ince as a centre mid. But one of the things I wanted to point out now is when you look, apart from like Faulkner who would be in around our team, Brooks and Fleming are youngsters, but apart from that, a lot of our players are non-contracts if they're not in the starting 11 now. And that is a change normally I would make for the national north side teams. But due to the financial situation of Bromley, I felt I had to really cut back our spending going into this season. Will that affect us getting the expectation? Well, the expectation is top half, and I feel like that is very much achievable. So top half finish with a team where I have cut back our financial spending by 8k a week, player staff wise, never mind the amount of cuts on our staff wages. I think we have done insane business considering we don't have any scouts. All of our scouting has been done by agent recommendation or players coming to us wanting a trial, etc. And I think it's been fantastic. We've had players who were in our under 21s last year like Jack Skelly, who has a lot of potential, who could develop into a player who isn't around our first team this season. So things are exciting. We are still fairly new at the club, so bear with us. I think the next episode will have a lot more depth for our players who have stood out, players who we love, because going into this season is our first full season as Bromley manager. I've been Paul, Osnolds of Northman. This has been a quick, snappy video showing you how things have been going with Bromley, and I'll see you next time.